Let's get into that a little bit just so that I can better understand it. So, what are some of the signs of somebody that's in full-blown psychosis? Like, I remember in South Beach, I was working in a television station out there, and on Lincoln Road, I would walk during my lunch hour or after work. I would go to happy hour. I was 20 years old, and there was this lady who was clearly she was homeless, and she would just walk down Lincoln Road, and everybody knew about her, and she was just talking to herself, and she was in some form of psychosis, and apparently she was in a war, and she was just talking to herself about the nukes coming in and the
Yeah.
planes and get down, and she was just constantly in her head. She would pick up the payphone and just keep talking to herself. Clearly that's psychosis.
I mean,
How can you tell when somebody's starting to get into a full-blown psychosis?
so when I talk about predispositions, let's talk about schizophrenia,
Schizophrenia.
schizoaffective personality disorder. Sometimes people are undiagnosed. Often people that have bipolar or schizophrenia, it is diagnosed in their early 20s. That's when their brain is continuing to still develop. A lot of people's brains don't
Right.
stop developing until they're 30. So let's say they have some kind of predisposition. It might be hereditary. It might run in their family.
Hmm.
So you sprinkle some drugs on top of that, like meth, like weed, right? And that's going to intensify their schizophrenia, right? Which will then put them in a state of confusion where they actually think that they're certain that they're being talked about,
That it's a
they're hearing
reality. That it's a
voices.
reality.
That's a total reality. Often, it's very interesting to hear people talk about how the FBI or the CIA are watching them.
Yeah, like
How
this
they
lady. Yeah.
how they have cameras in the cars, in the walls, in their shoe, in different. They're being watched. Obviously, where does that even come from? So why are these people even thinking that they're being spied? Some people think they have chips that have been put inside of their bodies, that the government's following them, tracking them. Some people think that they're gang stalked. Some people think that their computer's been hacked and that somebody's gotten in their computer and changed all their passwords and they're out to get them. And I'm not discounting that gang stalking doesn't actually occur or isn't
Right.
real, but I do tend to wonder when these people go into this paranoia, where is it stemming from? So
The
my
movies?
my my belief is that perhaps because they watch movies and they already probably live with lots of secrets in their own lives
Hmm.
that they are trying to protect. They don't want their secrets to get found out, so they go into this paranoid state that what if somebody finds out
That
about
makes sense.
I embezzled money from my job, or
Right.
I cheat on my wife, or I was
Yeah, and,
molested by my
and at
I was
that point,
molested by my uncle and I never told anybody,
you
right?
can't control hiding it at that
So,
point when you're in that level.
there's a lot of psychology that goes behind it.